Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so I just posted a video and I started a new playlist called Blind Anatolian Puppies um, because we just took in two puppies with visual impairments. Now, I have never had a dog with visual impairment, so if anybody out there has any suggestions or stories or anything like that, I would really love to hear about it. Um, so they each have one good eye and they each have one bad eye. So the female, um, both of their right eyes are good and both of their left eyes are bad, which is interesting. But so the female's bad eye, it's kind of like the middle part of the eye is she can't see anything. So she can kind of see like the outer like crescent moon shape in her right eye. And so we had seen these two puppies. They were a friend of ours. And so we saw a picture of them, and initially their eyes were, the affected eyes were completely white. So I was like, okay, this is not good. I thought, their corneas are shot, whatever. But even in the last week, she showed improvement. The whitening of the eye, the opaqueness has dissipated. So our vet, we took them in as soon as we got them. Our vet said, she may be able to regain full vision in that eye. We don't know yet. So she got started on an antibiotic steroid eye drop. The male, however, is not so lucky. So his bad eye is pretty opaque and it's like bulging out of his orbit. His right eye is normal, looks like a normal eye, but that left eye is like one of those goldfish, with the... So, obviously there's a lot of pressure behind that eye and is probably affecting that optic nerve, the retina. I'm hoping it's not causing any pain. He doesn't appear to be in pain, but I can't imagine it would be comfortable. I don't know, though. So he, too, is on the antibiotic drops and the steroid shot, or drops. She's hoping that will bring that intra-orbital pressure down, maybe reduce some of that inflammation. But the vet said the chances of that are very, very slim. She said, especially with him being a working dog, and this is why I love our vet, because she totally gets livestock guardian dogs, especially Anatolian Shepherd dogs. She gets it. They're working dogs, right? She said you'll be spending your whole life with him doing drops and drops and drops and probably fighting off infections and drops and this whole mess. She said 85-90% chance he's going to have that eye removed. So she said obviously not at 8 weeks old. She said, but I also don't want to wait until like he's old enough to be neutered where while he's out for that, and remove the eye. She said they can't wait that long. I'm guessing she's hoping to wait till he's closer to a year, just for him to be older and more stable and, whatever. Which is good because it gives us time to save, because I looked up how much it's going to cost for an eye removal surgery. We're not gonna go there. It's a lot. So one popular thing I'm sure people are gonna wonder about is, can livestock guardian dogs work with one eye? Well, for these dogs, this is all they've known. It's not like they had two functioning eyes and then they lost one. So the person that had them before, they're not bad people, okay? But they had the dogs in the barn, whelped in the barn in a stall, and because, it's in summertime, there's flies, they had a fan on them to try to keep them cool and keep the flies off of them. Well, you have sawdust for bedding, or straw, or whatever, and then a fan on the ground. Their eyes started, before they were even opened, they were like kind of weepy and draining. They weren't taken to a vet, but they were like wiped with towels and then stuff squirted in there when their eyes were still sealed shut. So the vet thinks, she's fairly certain that just jacked their eyes up. So they never knew any different. Once their eyes then naturally opened, they only had one working eye. So yes, they can still work as livestock guardian dogs, but they need to learn to adjust. I'm sure like their depth perception is off, because when I watch them, steps are hard for them to navigate. Doorways sometimes, depending, like the Brindle who has one eye that completely doesn't work. Like I had opened a kennel door and I'm like, come on out, and he's standing there looking at me like I'm an idiot. Well, here the open door was like on his bad side. So I just had him turn his eye a little, or head a little bit, and he's like, oh, okay, it's open. Silly me. So it's just going to take time. It's just going to take time, I think. But yes, they could work. It just makes their ears better. You know, when you have one sense that doesn't work, the other ones pick up. I would never put him solo out somewhere with heavy predation. That would be just silly. But I'm sure that he will be fantastic as working with a pack. You know, I'd be leery about putting him in a home with little kids who maybe don't respect, because if you sneak up on the side that they can't see out of, I would imagine that could be a little trip hazard there to trip them up, so to speak. So I don't know. We just got them 2 days ago. So I asked the vet about having them out working, now even like keeping them outside, and she's like, I don't feel comfortable with that. She doesn't want anything getting in the eyes more now. More debris, dust, dirt, hay, you know, stuff kicked up, and so it's kind of like supervised playtime outside on grass, and you know, and then we come in the house, and I mean, that's the way, if you follow me, you know, that's the way we start our dogs anyway as puppies. They come in and they're treated like normal dogs. They're crate trained, potty trained, leash trained, all the things. And they just follow me everywhere, like a shepherd. I go to do chores, they come with me, blah, 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 blah. So that's what we're doing. But I'm just kind of being a little bit more protective and more of a helicopter mom with them, because I don't want just crap getting in there. She stained their eyes, which was cool to watch. There's no scratches or anything like that. And on the female, she could see through to the back of the eye in places. She could see to the back. Brindle man, she said it's just like one big sheet of brown scar tissue. So she guesses when those eyes were pried open to squirt stuff in, it was like ripping a scab off that entire top layer. It's gone. It's a bad day. That's a bad day for him. It's really unfortunate. They're beautiful dogs. She's a spicy little thing. You probably have to be. She's a little on the smaller side, so I would imagine when you can't see as great as everybody else, and you're small, and you're a female, which means you're going to be a little bit more spicy to begin with. She's like the perfect storm of F around and find out, boys. Well, let's go. So she's a handful. So yeah, like I said, if anybody has any ideas of how to go about, I don't know, do you treat them different? Do you treat them the same way? Do you have to do things differently with a dog that can't see well? I don't know, guys. So that's what's new here. We also got a female, 16-week-old, who we intentionally got. It's not a rescue or foster case. She's going to get rolled into our flock. She's a gorgeous pinto female. So 3 puppies right now. I have my hands full. And, you know, if you follow me again, you know about littermate syndrome, and so it's very important to have them all be separated and have individual training time and get apart from each other. My hands are full, but I'd rather have them full than empty, and I keep telling myself that when I'm tripping over the 3 of them and trying to figure out working assignments and how we can do this and still stimulate our little brains so we're not, you know, running a little gang of puppies in my house. So wish me luck, guys. I'll keep you posted.